Hello and welcome. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. Hello everybody. So if you haven't seen the list of retiring products, please do head to artfulstampin.co.uk and click on the links to Stampin' Up, and the shop has got a section with all the products we're saying goodbye to. Anyway, less of that now. I keep discovering more things that I've got to say goodbye to, like the Crackle Paint stamp set. I forgot that one is going. I can't believe it. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Bigger and better things to come. So I've chosen to focus on Abstract Impressions, which has been a favourite stamp set of mine for a number of years. The other night, as I was falling asleep, I thought of a card. I don't know if does that ever happen to you? Where, you're falling asleep and you just get this idea. So I've had this idea in my head and I wanted to share it with you guys now. So, hello Kate, nice to see you. And I've flipped the camera this way just to get started because I wanted to share with you my lockdown tip for today. Tip number 1, dance when you can. All right, so I've been rediscovering my love of techno music, would you believe? See, I was a child of the 90s. I loved house music, and Googled a little bit of Carl Cox and Fatboy Slim, and I've been dancing, boogieing away in my craft room because yesterday I spent so much time sitting down and huddled over at a screen that my back has really felt it today. So any chance I'm getting, I am just moving. Okay, so remember to do that. I saw a glance of an article which was saying that all these people have got backache from working at home because they're not sitting in proper desk chairs. Their posture's bad, So every chance you get up, have a little boogie, and if you have to put some pumping music on, whatever it is that tickles your fancy, it might be merengue for you, or it might be, a bit of acid house or whatever, a bit of opera, whatever it is. Get up and dance. Right, I've got my screen at the ready now. So, whatever it is, get up and dance. Right, I've got my screen. Sorry about that. I forgot I had my sound on. Right, I am going to flippity flip the camera, show you what I've done already, and then get going. Basically, you suffer with back issues, Kate. No problem. You can wiggle your fingers. Do whatever you can, as long as it's comfortable. All right. Twist your feet around, wiggle your hands, whatever it is. Just move. Yeah. No, I appreciate for those of you who do have ailments, it is a bit trickier, but it's shrug your shoulders to the music. Whatever. Right, let's flippity-roo and let's see what we're going to make today. So, we've got on the table, as I said, Abstract Impressions. I've also been cutting out some of the dies. Sorry, let me just get that in there. Yeah, have a wiggle. Yeah, you need to have that stamp, don't you? There's a stamp that says something about a wiggle. There we go. So I've already cut out some of these beautiful dies. And this happens nearly every year where I go, oh, I really like that stamp set or die set. Why haven't I used it more often? But there we go. Never mind. I've got a month. To use these in. I've also cut some card bases so that they kind of do this lovely gatefold. All right. So if you're wanting to do this, get your A4 piece of cardstock, score it at 7 centimeters, 21, and then cut at 28, and then cut it halfway at 10.5. If you're going to do that in inches, roughly, score at 2 3/4, 8 1/4, and cut at 11. Okay, and then you just end up with this pretty thing. Right, so the idea I fell asleep to, the vision that I had in my head, was the idea of having perhaps a panel of white like that, but with some really beautiful, let's get this colour under here, beautiful dies coming from it, and perhaps some lovely colour going on in the background. And I haven't, it's not a fully fledged idea. It's just a little kernel of an idea in my head. So I thought I'd get on and play with you guys. So I've already cut some other pieces of card that I thought could sit. Oh, I've cut them a bit too short. Never mind, I can always cut my base down. And I thought we'd have a go with some ink blending, possibly with some of the colours that are retiring, but some maybe not, because you'll probably be sick of hearing me say the word retire by the end of this week. Never mind a month. So I'll just keep going. And the only problem about me promoting things on the retirement list is sometimes they become unavailable because they're so popular. So I do have to be careful with that one. Right, I'm thinking a granny apple, and then where's my yellow? I'm going to just experiment to see what happens when you sponge some yellow over. This is mint macaron, I believe. Hold on, let me just double check. Yes, it is. This is mint macaron. And I'd like to see what happens when you do a bit of yellow over the top of it. So I'm just going to try and find the palest. I've still got a bit of green on it, actually. That's orange. I haven't got a dedicated yellow sponge. Could be problematic. Let's see if I can just clean off as much of the green as possible. I don't know, maybe I'll need to use a brush for this bit. I'm a bit worried I'm going to end up with a very green, yeah, I might end up with a very green ink pad. Oh. Got yellow on this one? No, that's pink. What's that one? Oh, that's red. No, better not do that either. Right, hold on. Let's have a look what I've got in my sponge bag. Is that the yellowy colour? No, that's grey. Okay, that one's fairly clean. Let's go with that one. It's worth just double checking your tools to make sure that you're not cross-contaminating. Hello everybody, welcome. Oh, Kay's got me on the big screen, fantastic. Hi Wanda, hi Ivy, hi Cindy. Yes, it has been quite sunny today, but I've ended up doing quite a bit of indoor stuff. Just on screen, unfortunately. Right, we'll start with the yellow. Just try and get some of this colour onto my sponge here. And I want to see what happens when we put a bit of yellow onto the green cardstock. Because we rarely do that, don't we? When we do ink blending, I tend to just use the Whisper White and not think about actually putting colour onto a coloured piece of card. And especially with these lighter colours, I think, you know, it can take it. Look at it, it's taking it beautifully. So there we go. Marvellous, that's worked very well. Okay, let's grab a green. No, that's not green. Let's see what I've got in my bag. I think I need to re-wash my sponges. That's something I could do during lockdown, isn't it? Re-wash all my sponges and relabel them all because they're not quite, yeah, not quite right. Okay, that one will do. This is Granny Apple Green. And what I want to have happen is actually for me to do the Granny Apple Green here and it blend into the blue and then go into the yellow. Well, not the blue, the mint macaron. So we'll just really concentrate on this section here to start. I've just realised I've done this the wrong way round. I meant to have the dark on the edge and then... But never mind. Doesn't matter, does it? Good morning, Miss Denise in Arkansas. Is it still morning in Arkansas or is it afternoon now? Okay, a bit of Bit more ink on here. You see, this is cheat blending because you see, you can miss out that whole middle section because we're already using a coloured piece of card. Woohoo! Double winner. Less ink, but the same gorgeousness. Right, let's see what that looks like. Oh, yummy, yummy, scrummy. Right, so I wanted to then have portions of this like that. How gorgeous. Let's put this away. And I'm wondering, actually, if I'm just going to cut a strip to stick on here so that I don't actually have to get too gluey with this. Right, let's get a piece of cardstock. I've got a spare piece here. And I'm going to cut a strip. Probably just 1 centimetre, or what's that, 1/2 inch? Actually, I'll do 1/2 inch. Gives it a little bit more robustness. There we go. Let me just measure twice. What do I need? Oops, do it that way. 10.5. So we'll cut at 10.5 and cut at 10.5. Marvellous there. Let's have a look. See what that looks like. Ooh, lush. Right, now, then comes the stamp set. Hi, Vanessa, haven't missed much. Not missed much, my darling. Right, what about if we stamp some of these grassy elements? Could have some of these grassy. I think this thinner one will probably be the better one. And I'm going to actually try doing it in the yellow and see what happens. More fingers this afternoon rather. Right, bit of yellow. Oh, incidentally, if you like the Stampin' Pierce mats, they are leaving us. So, yeah, you might want to stock up on those, especially if you're a demonstrator and your customers like using them during workshops and things. So I'm stamping, twisting and stamping again. Look at that. I just want that really pretty effect just to peek through from behind there. Might just do a few more, make it show up a bit more there. Like that. There we go. Let's do it on the other side as well. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, then another one. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh no, a bird hit your front window, Cindy. Oh dear. Has he survived, or has it gone to the great, great tree in the sky? I'm marking your catalogue. Oh, okay. Oh, I like that. I like that. I am going to be using the flower ones in a second, so don't you panic. I just want to play with this set today. Right, so to make my life easier... Oh, incidentally, Snail is going to be leaving us. Where is my snail? I had it on here. Okay. But don't panic. We have got a new glue coming to us. And apparently it's supposed to be better than Snail. So there we go. We've even got some of the old fast views. You never find anything when you need it, eh? It's because you don't tidy your desk, woman. Just don't tidy your desk, do you? I was just looking for the tape. I used it the other day, didn't I? You know what, I'll just grab another one out of my drawer. I've got a drawer that says sticky on it. Everything sticky ends up in that drawer. But then obviously not everything sticky ends up in that drawer. It ends up somewhere else sometimes. Never mind. Right. I don't think this is actually even a Stampin' Up product, but never mind. Shh, don't tell anybody. Right, let's pop that in there. Then pop that there. Oh, let's move my inky stamp. I said to myself before I went on, I am not going to get ink splotches anywhere. I'm going to be a very careful crafter. So we'll see how long that lasts. Right, let's get that off there. Right, let's see which is the best side. Pop that there. Like that. Okay. Yeah, Kay's laughing at me. Kay knows me far too well. She knows what a messy pup I am. Right. Let's get my other piece. Stick that on there. Right, let's see if these strips will stick on. Do you think I need to put an extra bit of glue on there? I better have, didn't I? Just to keep it, stay safe, yeah? So how is everybody? 2 o'clock for you, says Wanda. Oh dear. On my my team page, I asked people to guess how much they think their wish list was going to come to, and then add it all up and let me know how close they were. Oh, that's the wrong bit. That's the bit I want. Sorry, I'm concentrating. I'll go quiet when I concentrate. Right. Get that one with that. Beautiful. Beautiful, Muriel. Do you know what film that comes from? I think all the Australians are asleep, so. Whoop. Ah, Narelle's awake. Gosh, Narelle, you're either up very early or you're up very late. Cindy did $350. Wanda's done $750. Yep. That's about where I'm at. Actually, I think I want to be a little bit more neater cutting this section out. So take your time when you cut this section. Make it nice and neat. Oh, I'll tell you what I am disappointed is not in the catalogue. The mini trimmer. I really did think it might make it. But you never know. You never know. We'll have to see. Now, do I want a butterfly then on the top there, like that? So when it's shut, it creates. So either I could just stick it on one side, or I could cut it in half. What do you think? Or I could sponge. Ooh, let's do a bit of sponging. Right, think I put my yellow sponge from earlier. Let's see if I can find it. Where's it gone? I felt something fly. There it is. Right. Okay, so you have to be a bit careful with this. If you are close, do a Zoom conference call. No dissecting butterfly, says Vanessa. Sorry, if I missed comments. Sorry, guys. Hi, April. Cindy, you need to come down for a day and craft with me in my craft room. Oh. Right, now, do I want to go yellow to green or green to yellow? I think I want to go yellow to green. So we'll do yellow in the middle. So just got to hold on to this carefully. Get the colour on there. Oh, it's going on beautifully. The colour does go on better on Whisper White, I have to say. But it is fun to experiment with putting colour down on a coloured piece of card. Oh, and if you were thinking ahead, what is quite nice also is to use the pattern that you're creating under here. And actually, one of my downline last night showed me some cards that she'd made with her customers, where she took her grid paper that had got covered with ink and she used it as a background paper. Such a cool idea. So big shout to Lindsay, who's my downline. She's doing an awesome job with her customers, keeping them happy. Oh, I know. Zoom crafting is not quite the same, is it? But it's better than nout, as they say here. Oh, luscious. Now, I'm tempted just to make the edges of that a little bit darker. So, I'm going to bring in the Call Me Clover, which we are saying goodbye to. Hello, Scrappiella. Lovely to see you. Right, let's pop just a little tad of this, little touch, make it a little bit darker on the edges. Try not to get too inky fingers that are dark, because you don't want to touch then the lighter section afterwards. So just watch where your fingers are, watch what you're doing. And right, so that's the darker one. So I'm going to just go back in with the lighter green just to blend that in nicely. Hiya, Bobby. I know, we're doing art today, everybody. We always do art, don't we? Always arty here. Ooh. Oh, sir. Where's that come from? Let's get you in a bit closer. There we go. That's lovely. Ooh, I see. I do like that. Right, stop admiring it, Ruth, and get on with it. Let's glue it down and move on to the next one. Let's see if my glue is working. Oh, by the way, guys, have you seen the price of the Tombow in the next catalogue? Shiver me timbers. That was a bit of a shocker. So stock up on your Tombow, everybody. I'm just going to clean up this bit of glue because I literally just want it on half of the butterfly, so I don't want it anywhere else. Get that out of the way for a minute. Did I see? Oh, yes, I did. Oh, there's a product coming that you can convert your old clear mount stamps, so the red rubber stamps, but have got the stickers that never used to stick. Shh. They've got some converting stickers, so that you can use your stickers and then you can add these extra ones. But to be honest, if you ever get a new stamp set, keep the remnants, because that's what I do. I use that. I love that. Love it. And I did actually end up with some of these little spare bits of white that you could perhaps stamp your sentiment on. Now, this just looks really plain and boring on the inside now, doesn't it? I think we should stamp. Let's make it interesting. Bobby, don't do that. You'll save yourself so much money. Mind you, you probably haven't got a lot of the stamps that aren't cling. So it probably doesn't affect you. But for those people who've got some of the older stamp sets and want to keep them, and they want their stickers on, like Lovely as a Tree. Oh my goodness, I'm going to my grave with that stamp set. You probably... Oh, I like it. What else can we put on that? Or do you think that's just enough? And then you can still write your... Should we stamp all the way across? Oh, what happened there? Yeah, I was looking at, I showed my daughter my pile of stuff that's going, and she was like, we're not getting rid of all of them. And I went, well, we'll keep some, our favourites, you know, and they probably will keep Pop of Petals, I think. But is there a wiggly worm in that grass? It could be. There could be. But I'm going to be really strict with myself, and shock horror, just use one stamp set today, Cindy. Right, I love that. I really like that. Of course, you could embellish and stuff, but anyway, let's move on. Oh, oh no, I nearly dropped it in the ink pad. Right, Ruth, for goodness sake, woman. Right. So, I wonder if it's worth just seeing the difference of what would happen if we sponged. Oh, look at that, I've already got mucky on there. So using roughly the same colours, but did it on Whisper White, so you can see the colour. I've missed some. Missed some what? What did I do? Oh, I did. Thank you, Kay. I don't know what I'd do without Kay. Right. There we go. Marvellous. Done. Right, let's get this back in. So this time I'm going to start with the Call Me Clover. Just do a little bit of that down the edge. Then a bit of... oh, you've got to go and cook. All right, that's fine. Nice to see you, Vanessa. A little bit of Granny Apple. Take more time than I'm doing, you know, if you're making a nice card for somebody, because I'm I'm trying to rush this so that I can get as many ideas done as possible before I have to start cooking my dinner. Although I've got a piece of meat in the slow cooker, so that always helps, doesn't it? Did knee colours bring back memories for anyone? Oh, new colours. Yes, one of them reminds me of the old baked brown sugar. Oh dear, Denise. Yeah, I'm about half that. About 30 stamps. I'm contaminating this. Oops. Oh, I've done it again. I wanted it going that way. Oh well. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can do something a bit different with all the leftover pieces. Look. Ooh. That's pretty. Just need to... This one didn't cut quite well. You know what? I'm going to open you up. Work that way. Let's close these ink pads because you know what I'm like. I'm bound to get ink on myself. And I'm going to wipe my hands because... Hello, Tessie. Right. Yes, but Denise, how long is your wish list? Any Green Bay Packers? Is that a baseball team? I'm unfamiliar with them. No, I don't want... I thought I wanted some roses there, but I don't think I do. I might just stick to the grass. Oh, they're a football team. Sorry, Beverly. Right, let's pop some bits of this grass. Now you do have to be careful when you ink this stamp set. Can you see it's inking in between the grass there? So just be aware of that. And if you, like, I noticed that on the previous card, that if it's a bit lumpy, it's transferring a little bit. Oh, they're green and yellow. Oh, well, there we go. Well, this card is for them then. Now, do you think having the white strip was nice, or do you think I should try and do something else? I wonder if I've got some green... Oh, I've got some mint macaron ribbon. But it's quite fine. I've got some Daffodil Delight ribbon. That might work. Let's see if my tape is thin enough for that. Oh, just about. Okay. Right. I'm wondering whether it's actually easier for me to put the ribbon directly onto the tape. So I'm making sticky ribbon straight away. Now how much do I need? I need one there, and then enough there. Okay. Right, is that enough? 1, 2. Right. See if I can cheat and not have to stick this paper down. Right, so I'm going to peel that off. And I've got sticky ribbon. Fabulous. Right, see if I can do this in one go. Yeah. Oh, bingo. There we go. How smart is that? Lush. Lush, lush, lush. Do you like that, Kay? Are you impressed? Oops. Bring that a bit closer. Pop that there like that. Get my sticky wicky ribbon. Pop it on. Try not to stick it to the grid paper. That could be a bit dodgy. Already managed to mark the inside of my card. How did that happen? Right. Ooh, lush. Now, I'm wondering if whether to put a sentiment like there that would fold open, because it feels like it needs way more on this. It feels like the outside is a prelude to something really pretty on the inside. So I'm wondering whether that we should sponge the inside. Who's with me? Who's with me? Can I hear an amen? Right. Get the right sponge. Okay, so this will solve my issue of having some splotches on the inside. Let's get some dark green down. Right, let's get some lighter green down. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Wanda. Get some granny apple. Okay, I'm trying to work into the darker green so we get a nice blend. Of course, please spend more time on it than I'm doing. Yellow. So I'm figuring, sorry, blah, blah, blah. that we could just write our message on the inside. That actually opening that up and having that beautiful butterfly there is quite nice. What do you think? And this time I'm going to stamp my grass with the Granny Apple Green along here now. Like that. So you've got this kind of like story going through the whole card. Oh, I've got to poke that out. Now, if you wanted your butterflies to feel a little bit thicker, one option is to stick two together. You probably need, well, you can, if you're very careful with the Tombow, it can be done. So let's have a wee go at that. So just sort of in key thicker areas, just pop down a bit of glue. Doesn't have to be all over, just enough. Just make sure everything's popped out. Ah, no. Right. Take your time doing this bit. Sometimes when you're doing it, you think, these aren't the same. They're not going together. But I assure you, they really are. They're perfectly the same. You just need to kind of work it a little bit. Okay, so that's nice and thick. Right, just might need to figure out the centre of that. So I'm at 14 centimetres, I want that at 7 there. Put a bit of glue. You could use the butterfly to keep the flaps shut. Oh, how would I do that? You mean by sticking it on the outside? Yeah, I just like the idea of something on the inside. Otherwise the inside was so plain compared to the outside. Oh, I see what you mean, like that. Oh, like, oh, I could trim it down. Oh my goodness. Yes, Deanna. Right, let's do it. So I've got to figure out how much I need to cut off. Only 1/2 centimetre, I would say. Ooh, give her 5 points. Marvellous idea. So, like that. Like that. And then, you see, I was thinking I was going to put some pearls on the butterfly, but I thought, no, I'm not going to do that because it will damage the inside. But doing it this way, so let's just carefully fold that back. Oh, look, carefully fold that back. How marvellous is that? The butterfly needs to move over a bit, but ooh, there we go. 5 points to Pelkey, and then ta-da! Although, do you think it's one of those cards that needs to come with instructions for some people? you know, where they go, oh, what do I do with it? It won't stand up. Right, there are some gems we're going to be saying goodbye to. So these are going to be on my desk. Look, I have a whole packet here. I've got some of the gold. Oh, and a packet of the gold ones too. Oh. The gumdrop gems are going. I call these the gumdrop gems. I think I need the smaller ones. You know what? Rather than open another packet, I'm going to use the silver ones. Since when did you go live? Says Esther. Esther needs to be kept abreast at all times. Right, so one there. One there. And one there. Methinks. Oh. Oh. Oh, colour them with the blends. Oh, you're all such full of good ideas today. Now, the only problem is I've gone and stuck them down, so I'm going to be very careful colouring these in. I've just realised, so does that mean Call Me Clover? These pens are retiring, aren't they? I'm just going to have to stick everything that's retiring. I've got a box next to me for the punches and some dies. I've got all my retiring stamps in one section on my shelf. So I'm going to have to add things like these blends, aren't I? So this is the... Oh, look, see, I've already used it for... Look at... Oh, my goodness, look at the state of that. I'm actually going to trim it. It's now perfect for colouring in a gem. The tip's been removed. Oh, I am so brutal with these blends. I'm trying to get rid of every little speck. Let's see if I can find my... It's my silicone rubber gone. I usually try and put it back. Oh, I've got another rubber here. Right. Ta-da! What do you think, guys? Okay, you make me laugh. Oh, Ellen's upset about the gems, is she? Oh. Okay. I know, it was Deanna's idea. I was just going to have it on the inside and just close them like that, having them meet. And then she suggested that. How gorgeous. See, why didn't I think of this like a year ago? Right, so this was the other one. Look. Ta-da. Oh, this one's going to need gems now, isn't it? Gonna have to put gems on this one, but I think they need to be yellow. I just so happen to have an old Daffodil Delight marker that might have some life still in it. Okay, now I've only got two small ones there, so I'm going to just use a big one. I am absolutely killing this marker. But as I said, it's an old one. So let's see if there's any ink. Oh, I know what, sometimes you can oh, I was going to say, excuse my teeth, I'm just going to try and pull it out. Sometimes you can see if there's any ink left. Do that. Oop. There we go. See, that's the inside. Now, if you want to be good and recycle these, I would just take out all the lids and, not lids, nibs, and then just recycle the plastic. Okay. And then all this can be recycled. Right, bring my card back in. Oh, hold on. I'll get that off. It's easier to use your fingers sometimes with these. Pop that on there. That one on there. And that one on there. Gorgeous. What did Cindy say? Oh, Deanna, where is that border die from? Let me tell you. It's not a border die at all. It's from the Springtime Impressions Thinlits. You get 3 dies. You get the little flower there. You get this massive die. And you get the butterfly. And they were designed to go with the Artistic Impressions stamp set. Abstract Impressions. Oh my gosh, I love this stamp set, but I've been calling it the wrong thing for years. Right, let's put that away. I'm going to recycle that later. Right, I feel like I've still got one more card left in me, because I did cut loads of bases. Oh, I haven't used the flowers yet, have I? Right, so I did also put one to go in this direction. What are you talking about, woolly legs? Oh, okay, I've got grizzly bear legs going on. Yeah. It's okay. It's lockdown. You know. Who really cares? Right, I'm thinking, I love the idea of the closure, but what I could do is use one of the retiring, do you see how I got it in there? Circle punches, or even, oh my word, look, if you've got the cake punch, ooh, check me out. I don't think I've ever used this punch. I got sent this by accident. Look. So I just need to mark on here the middle. Let's see. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to mark where that comes up to. There and there. And then that's the middle. There. Yeah, sometimes Stampin' Up, bless them, at the warehouse, they sometimes pack the wrong thing. So I did call Stampin' Up and said, you sent me a punch that I didn't order. And they said, it's okay, you can keep it. So I have had this punch in my stash, waiting to be used for this. Look at that. How perfect is that? Ta-da! Oh, actually, I don't know if it is quite perfect because it seems to lock it a bit. Oh, wow. Oh, well, whoever opens it will have to figure it out. If you fold it back, it's fine. Or you could just have it sitting open like that. But no, that would look a bit silly. Anyway, right, let's get on and decorate this. So I really fancy using the roses now. So let's pop a bit of yellow down here. Just a wee bit. Don't want too much. Just a little section there. What did Denise say? Well, at least you know they are used. Oh, sorry, what are you talking about? Yeah, here's your card, and there's a secret message that you need to break the code to get into the card. Okay, that's my little bit of yellow. And I think I'm just going to leave it there, to be honest, and I'm going to use some Granny Apple to do my leaves, which I actually want to have coming from here. Like that. Let's just check what the butterfly looks like. Flung it across my table earlier. Oh, I've lost my butterfly. Oh, for goodness sake, woman. Alright, I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to keep going. Just keep going. No, I'll come back to it. Right, I don't know what, let me just use this one to see where it goes. Yeah, that's alright. Maybe a little bit more there. A little bit stretching out there like that. Do the same on this side. There. There. And a wee bit there. Marvellous. Shut the ink pad. Get the green one out. Ignore my son shouting at the computer. Can you hear him? He's playing a game with his mates. And I'm wondering what if we use that flower there. That one back in. And that one there. Oh, found my butterfly. Right, let's stick that there so I won't lose it. Okay, that there. I'm thinking Granny Apple Green Rose. Let me just bring that butterfly back in just to see where and what's happening here. See, I like the idea of maybe some roses there. Oh, look what my husband's just bought in. How much were they?
Have a guess.
20p?
Less.
No way.
12p.
12p for a Cadbury's cream egg?
Yep, in Sainsbury's. No limit on how many you could buy, so I bought 6.
That all?
That's all I could carry.
Oh dear. Don't you just love a husband who knows how to find the bargains, eh? There we go. Right, I'm just going to pop that there to protect my work. I'm missing all the comments. I sent a card to my brother, but I glued it shut. The message on the front read, "Your birthday money's inside." It was a hoot trying to watch him trying to open it. That was so funny. There we go. Yes, I do sometimes like green roses, everybody. Go. Right, I'll just align this up. Not that it's matters greatly, but there we go. I know it looks dark, but I'm hoping it is going to pale up in a second. Okay, I think it needs some leaves. So we've got a couple in here that can be used as leaves. I think they're designed to be the dragonfly wings, but they're quite cute. There's that one, and there's Oh, there is another one, but... Oh, has it fallen out? So this is when Ruth discovers she's lost stamps. No, it's there. There we go. So let's get some little leaves on here. Look how good I'm being. I'm not even opening another stamp set. Right. Okay. I'm thinking of going in with the Granny Apple Green now. Just for some added texture. I don't think it needs that other little one. I think I'm happy with that. So remember that white doesn't belong in there, so let's just remove that. Okay. Now the question is, do we want the white as the contrast, or do we want this to be a different colour? Like yellow or something. What do you think? While you're telling me, I'm just going to add a little bit more yellow at the bottom, because I feel now it looks more like this is framing it. I'm so desperate to bring in some Very Versailles, but I'm going to do that. Or maybe I should, I don't know. As you may gather, sometimes I say things on this channel and then I change my mind. Because I find myself thinking out loud when I do these. So just because I say something doesn't mean it actually will happen that way. Just so you know. But when it comes to facts, I try and keep my facts clear and truthful. But if it's thoughts in my head that I'm just expressing, then sometimes my thoughts do change. Just saying. Ooh, I quite like it yellow. It's a lovely contrast, isn't it? Oh, gorgeous. Thank you, whoever suggested that one. Right, let's get this stuck down. Now, have I got another butterfly, just in case? I'm very tempted to cut another one. Now, I could have cut it out of yellow, couldn't I? But anyway, I was using up some scrap pieces of cardstock. Where's the dies gone? There it is. I will say goodnight and hope that my 11th-month-old puppy decides to say asleep. Yes! Stay asleep, puppy. Dream of bones and digging holes and something pleasant. Oh, thank you, Denise. Right, that's my plate. I've ordered new plates because mine are really atrocious. Right, is that cut through? Oh, could do another quick whiz through. Well, I know what I'm having for tea. Gonna have my chocolate egg, I think. That'll be enough calories, won't it? Keep me going. Who needs vegetables when you've got chocolate? Chocolate's got enough vitamins, isn't it? Please, someone tell me. Right, I'm going to stick this down on here. As I said, just need minimal amounts of glue, just in like the thicker areas of the die cut. And just a little tap. Right, ooh, come on, stickity stick. Right, good tip. Is that Anne from Designing Memories? Have I got the right name? Okay, so, oh, actually, I'm just going to fold that back so that it's already got a crease. Yes, it's got lots of magnesium in it, hasn't it, Christine? We need magnesium. Right. Yes, I am live and they can hear you. They're singing Phantom of the Opera songs. So funny. Right, I think I'm going to trim or use my circle punch around there. And in fact, I might even use the scallop. Should I use a scallop one? Because see if that will fit. Nope, not big enough. I'll get the 1 3/4 because I've got a feeling it's not going to open well enough. So I'm just going to go to halfway. Cut that there. Okay. Actually, before this really dries, I'm going to take this butterfly off because I've got an idea for the inside. Right. I'm just going to mark this again with my little pokey tool so I know where to cut up to. Oh, both, Christine. They're all being silly. Although I was quite impressed. My daughter informed me this afternoon. She said, Mummy, National Theatre have got 12th Night on tonight. She really wants to see it. So I'm quite pleased. A little bit of culture in the house. Just cutting a little bit more off that side. I want it to be more like a circle, really. You know what I should do? No, I shouldn't. I was going to say I should have marked it a little bit better, really. I should have got a circle. I should have cut out a circle first and then lightly adhered it and then cut out. And then I would have got a perfect circle. But hey, hindsight is a fabulous thing, isn't it? Right, what shall I cut out? I'm wondering if I cut out that Just ink that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, you know, playing, thinking, talking to you lot. Where's my sponge? A bit green in the middle. Where's my other green? Green sponge. Here it is. I think I need it more green, don't I? Let's stamp that in the middle. Oh, the gold one's out of stock with you, Cindy. Okay, so in America, the gold faceted gems are out of stock. Well, I don't know, Christine. I did tell her, I said, you might want to go and read a synopsis, because if they are using original Shakespearean language, she's probably not accustomed, you know, she obviously isn't accustomed, she's only 10, to the language. So I said, go and read a synopsis, because it will just help you enjoy it better. So I think she's done that. Right, so that'll fit roughly there, that's good. Scissors. Oh, is it, Wanda? Ah, right, okay, so it's only in Europe. It might be because we've had so many problems with our Tombow. Yeah, so Tombow in the UK is going up from £3.75 to £4.50. Which is... Well, there's Trixie. That's Trixie, that is. So, Cindy, what you saying? The gold faceted gems are discontinued? Well, they're not. Well, they're probably just sold out. That's the issue. Yeah, the best thing to do, if any of my customers are watching, rather than going by my retired walkthrough, if you're wanting products, is actually just to go straight to the website and see what's in stock. Just type in your favourite products and oh dear, and yeah, type in your favourite product and just see if it's still available. You know what? I'm going to leave that there for a minute because that really needs to dry. And so while we're waiting for that to dry, I think we'll work on the gems. Now, do we want to go yellow gems or do we want to go green? I think yellow, because if I do green, it will clash with the background. So let's see what I've got left. Ooh! I know these are from a few years ago, but I love these. Got to use these. That's a good tip, Christine. Although I don't think I have the crushed curry blend. Oh no, that's the small one. That one first. That one. Right. Had to do that to finish the last project I did and was quite happy. Yeah, the yeah, or Daffodil Delight, I guess. So I just read what you said, Christine, about Benjamin. He misunderstood his role. What, as Bottom? Or Oh, I thought Bottom was in Midsummer Night's Dream. But that's funny when they misunderstand. Kids are great, aren't they? Joe is so funny. Oh, what's Ivy referring to? Oh, the sewing bee. Yeah, no, I didn't, to be honest. No, my sister loves that programme. She's more of a sewer than I am. Right, there we go. I'm going to finish there. Now, in my head, I still have a slightly different image of my inspiration. So if you missed the beginning of this broadcast video, I was saying that I went to sleep with an idea in my head, and actually the idea in my head was pinks and purples. So I've ended up doing it greens and yellows, but it doesn't matter. It's just one of those things. I'll save it for another day. But look at these. Aren't these wondrous? So that was the first one. So it's another sort of a gatefoldy type card. But the butterfly's just attached to one side. And then there's this one, where the butterfly's attached to the inside, but you open it up like that. And that's really lovely because when you've actually got it sitting, you've got the view of the inside as well as the sides, which I think sometimes you can miss out, can't you, on things by, you see that when that opens, you're going to have to sort of sit it slightly at an angle to enjoy the butterfly, but that doesn't matter. So I love that. So it looks great when you open it, and then when you actually have it open, it's lovely. And this one as well. So that's going to sit like that, and then when opened, might sit like that. Now I'm feeling I need to decorate the inside of this. Maybe with a bit of yellow. Let's do a bit of yellow. On the edge again. Thank you. Can you show them, Ruth? I don't have SU blends. Is the butterfly... the die is retired. Yeah, I will do, Christine. Yes, this butterfly die and the... this one here. So it's one set. You get the butterfly die, the flowers, and this big flower piece, and this. That's going. We will still have the other butterflies. They are coming over. So Springtime Impressions, that's going. And the Abstract Impression stamp set, that's going. And also Call Me Clover and Pineapple Punch, which I've been using. So let's just do a little bit of yellow. It just looked a little bit too plain as I opened it. Just very subtle. What's reduced? The dies. Yes, the aqua painters, although they look like they're retiring, we've got a new style coming in, and actually I think they're quite good value. Right, let's just double check my catalogue. I think this is the one that I wrote in last night. Right, there isn't a crushed curry blend, but we do have Mango Melody, Daffodil Delight and Pineapple Punch, but obviously Pineapple Punch will be going. Yes, it is reduced. Well done for remembering, Christine. £10.80. In the UK, I don't know what that is. I don't know if in the other markets they've been reduced, but in the UK market, that is £10.80 for the dies, which is awesome. It's less than half price. It's 60% off. So, yeah. 3 in a box with different brush sizes. They're supposed to be the same. Yeah, that's right, Karen. Right, so good value, that one. Oh, you're ordering it, are you, Christine? Good, I did. Yeah, and it's beautiful. I am going to miss it, although, like I said, I wish I'd used it a bit more than I have done. So you might see me use it a bit more this month, but I've got a few others to kind of work on. So let's do a little, if you want to do a vote, you can do. Which one's your favourite? We've got 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Oh, I know. The crackle paint is going. Oh, and also someone messaged me and said they think I missed another one as well. Let me just check back on my messages. Someone sent me, or someone said to me. Just have a look. There we go. Right. Crackle paint. Delightful Day on page 34. I will double check that. I've gone and typed out, I've printed out the, yes it is going, the list of the stamp sets in the new catalogue, so it's really much easier for me to refer back and forth. So, oh, that's going. I've never had this stamp set. I've had the dies, or I have got the dies rather. I've lent them to a friend, but yeah, I love the dies of this. They're so pretty. I don't think those are reduced, are they? Flourishing flamelets. Let's see. If they are reduced, I do recommend them. They are so pretty. DEF. No, they're not reduced, but they are lovely. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Let's see, what have you decided your favourites are? So Caleb's number 1. Wanda says number 3. 2, 2, 1. There we go. Christine asked, what outgoing in colours does anyone recommend buying? It's a really tricky one, really, that question, because it's all really down to taste. So, I mean, I have got to the point where I've enjoyed all the colours, but the one that I probably enjoyed least is Call Me Clover, because that's just not really my type of green. But as you can see from these projects, it looks amazing. I will particularly miss Blueberry Bushel for that blue. I love Lovely Lipstick as well, because it's just a lovely raspberry pink and it's very on trend. And I've really enjoyed using the yellow. It's been fabulous to have a nice bright yellow. And so, yeah, it's different colours for different reasons. I suppose if you do get them, if you do buy the ink pads, do try and get the re-inkers, because if it's a colour that you do enjoy, then after a couple of years, when it needs re-inking, or depending how often you use your ink pad, if you use it a lot, it will be sooner than a couple of years, you will want to re-ink it. And re-inkers can be hard to come by. Oh, Grapefruit Grove. Yes, I've actually grown to like that. I struggled with it initially, but I like it mixed with other colours a lot. So I love it with Petal Pink. For me, Grapefruit Grove comes in between Pumpkin Pie and Petal Pink. So if you look for in terms of shading, so Pumpkin Pie is the darker, then Grapefruit Grove, then Petal Pink. And so if you're doing those lovely sort of warm tones, Grapefruit Grove is lovely. And Grapefruit Grove is actually on offer. Sorry, not on offer, it's been reduced. It's retiring and it is reduced. So, but again, do remember to get the re-inker for that one. Right, lovely to see you all. And I'm going to be off now. I need to go and get tea ready. So yeah, you love your oranges, don't you, Christine? Yeah, you won't regret getting Grapefruit Grove then. Yeah, it's a lovely colour. I regret when I don't get them, which is why I get them all. I've learned to buy the ink as well. Good, Cindy. Good. Yeah, I've learned to let go of them now because as you guys know, I'm a demonstrator. So if I kept everything, I'd soon run out of space. So they usually end up going. But yeah, I've learned to say goodbye to them. But I do have scraps of the card stock left. I'm going to have to use up the card. There we go. Right, lots of love to you all. So I think number 3 and number 1. Let's have a look. Oh no, some people like 2. Oh no, 2 and 1. Is that right? Oh, it's split. Split. So there we go. You all like different ones. Take care for now. Take care. Bye.